War stories. More stories, here we go. The Soviets haven't fully invaded. They fully made their own freaking civilizations in Greenland and Iceland. So the United Nations decided to act on it as an act of aggression. That Canada is trying to spread their regions around too. United States starts to join the action. About a couple days later, saying that we should have some land too. So they take the middle of owning Greenland. As the Soviets starts to arise, their forces sweep up the northern part of Greenland and then they took over all the way up in here. They took a lot of freaking Greenland. So Greenland is pretty much looking like this. As the Soviets start to have military bases throughout Canada, as we've seen in these locations, they pretty much own northern Greenland. And the United States takes the rest of it because Canada gave up. So the United States take over their main bases in Greenland and Iceland, while the Soviets' revolution starts to rise into the Canadian borderlands. They start spreading influence throughout Canada, and nothing really happens. The Canadian team has now lost these lands into the Soviets' hands, as the Soviets have now invaded the mainland up here. So we saw this. While the United States is fully invading Greenland right now, fully enacted Greenland and Iceland, the Soviets pushed their way into Alaska, into the United States' territory. Their lands, their military bases start growing and getting bigger, and they're getting more land across Canada, and it's not going well. It comes into Alaska. Their Soviet enactments taken over to northern Alaska. Northern Alaska has been taken over. The United States is trying to react with missiles and launches up into the area. The missile sites are down in Minnesota, Montana, and yeah, they're launching missiles to these two bases up here and the third base right here. So the Soviets cannot keep going to Alaska. So the Soviets cannot lose these bases. The Canadian mainland pushes up here to take all this land back, which it was successful. So now the Canadians own all these lands up here again, but they're still losing territory in their own mainland. So the Soviets is trying to invade Ottawa and then head towards into the United States. Things are not looking good, but the forces in Greenland strikes back on the military base here, and then military base here, and one there. The United States is enacting their movements. The Soviets have lost land, and the Soviets have retreated, and Mission Canada was successful. So, yeah, there's your story of today. If you want me to do more stories, send a like, make a comment saying, choose your country you want me to do a story on, yeah. So, peace out guys, and subscribe if you're new.